teenager is dead and another hurt after what's being described as a chaotic scene in southeast Washington. The shots rang out just before 8:30 last night at the corner of Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard and Randall Place near Malcolm X Boulevard.
The mayor of Los Angeles gave his annual State of the City address tonight, and Antonio Villaraigosa announced he is taking command in the war against gangs and their deadly violence across Los Angeles.
Frightening motorcycle chase through the streets of New York City, all caught on tape. An SUV involved in a hit and run with a group riding motorcycles.
That wasn't fear, that was aggression. He ran over 3 bikes, and in the midst of that, paralyzed her son in the hospital.
Again, with the poorest city in the nation and the most dangerous city all in the same place. It's Camden, New Jersey, right across from Philly. Camden is a city of 77,000. A place most people avoid or take pains to drive by.
They are illegal on Baltimore streets, but that does not keep dirt bikes off roads and even sidewalks. And since they are too dangerous to chase, police are finding new ways to stop them.
Units heading up to the Code 3 chase. Suspect was last reported southbound on Highway 99.
I received a phone call from his mother a few nights ago, and she told me that her son had been arrested for stealing motorcycles. And I asked her, 1, 5, 10. She said, well, have you ever heard of my son? And I said, no, his name is Bike Rell. He's on the internet. And I must confess, I didn't know anything about dirt bikes. I didn't know anything about stunt riders other than Evel Knievel, and that was 50 years ago.
We had a bill like $230,000, and then we got it paid a lawyer to get it down to $130,000. So, translation, he needed $13,000 cash. So we cooked, we sold stuff, T-shirts, cars, whatever. And we got him out, me and the family, and his friends. That's why I say he's loved, because so many people came through, and that was real overwhelming.
Yo, this shit little as hell. Man, these niggas that's bullshit. Oh, nah, I ain't with this tight shit. There's some tight shit.
It was apparent to me from the very beginning that Rell was not the person that stole these motorcycles. I mean, they were in his garage. I had tried to get a kind of a straight answer from him. And his position was, Mike, you know, they're in my garage. I'm not going to say anything else. I don't want any of my friends arrested. If I have to take responsibility for this, I'm going to take responsibility for this. And I explained to him that's completely within your rights to, you know, to say that they're yours, or you could, you know, you could plead no contest.
Yes. What's up?
Come here.
Sit down.
You know, he also played sports, basketball and football. You know, MVPs, you know, everybody wanted him to play for them. But the bikes just took that over. You know, he wanted to ride the bikes.
He wake up in the morning and just think about bikes. He in the house, he think about bikes. Everything he do is something about a bike. So that's where a lot of his friends, and now he got fans. So he really considered himself like he famous in the streets. And a lot of people say the same thing.
I'll be outside and see somebody on a bike. I don't care if I got on a $1,000 outfit. I'm getting on that bike, like, man. Let me see. Let me get a woolly. And I can go to any part of Philly and see somebody on a bike and get a ride. Like, that's the best part about it. Like, I really don't even have to have a bike. I probably can call like 20 people right now and get a bike.
His upbringing was a little hard. You know, I had some things going on with me in my life, you know, that reflected on him. But I was hard on him, you know, because he was a boy. He didn't have no father. So I had to be firm with him.
The dirt bike road in the street, I don't think he got no fear. Like, he won't show nobody the soft side. He won't show nobody that he can love people like this, but he just do what he love to do. He just go hard. It's like he don't have no, like, stop button. He just go, go, go.
What, 2.5? But every trait that he picked up came right from this man. You know, the attitude, the demeanor, the sports, the bikes. His dad rode bikes. His dad had me on a bike when I was pregnant with Kyrell. Everybody want to feel like they got the power, you know? Because it was a lot of times we all felt powerless. You know, they was feeling powerless because of me, and I was feeling powerless because of me. So I think that's a level of control for him, you know, and strength.
So I think he's trying to give his son the life he didn't have. Because his father wasn't around to teach him how to ride a bike. My dad actually taught him that too, how to ride my bike that he bought for me. So now my nephew too, he teaching him what he wanted his father to teach him. So I think he's an excellent dad.
He just want to live life because he's seen a lot of people, you know, that he loved go before their time. So he's enjoying his life every day that he wake up. And who am I to take that from him?
should be already getting his band on his leg. You know, they got him up on the jaw, put your knee up on the jaw, get the bracelet on, bang.
Oh, they do all that over there?
Yeah, then they bring you here.
And once they do it here, they hook it all
Then they
down.
bring you here, and they already got the box already monitored to the bracelet. So all they do is just tell him, walk to the front door, walk back, walk upstairs, walk to the front room, walk to the back room. That's his space.
When it's time for my son to go in, I didn't even want to look at him. I wanted to break down and cry, but I was like, always want to be the stronger person, and then just someday everything was gonna be okay. I mean, I hated the fact that he had to go in there. I guess he felt pressured, whereas he just went down the way trying to sell drugs, and that's how he got caught. And many times I kept telling him, don't go down there. You want to get in, caught. You want to get in trouble. I kept, all the time, like, what is you doing? You're gonna get caught up.
It's my dream right there, to ride. I ain't never ride on no real professional track. Everything was mountains and cliffs and shit. We had to make our own stuff. Everything's pretty much homemade. I never get a chance to ride on no real dirt. So I know once I get on there, this shit gonna be a piece of cake.
Football is my favorite, out of Carmen and Alex. Like I said, Pupo lost his father when he was 2 years old. So ever since that time, it was just that I felt like kind of bad for him and sorry at the same time because he didn't have a father figure in his life. I was mom and I was dad.
Pupo!
Sick of this shit, man.
It's gonna be okay. I'd rather be here, right?
I mean, the game back in the day, we all did what we had to do, I did what I had to do. I hustled back in the day. I'll keep it real. I made sure my kids had everything, but now you can't go out there and do what I used to do back in the day. The cops are so much tougher, and you can't really do much out here no more.
So after I turn this thing on, you have to walk through your house, every bedroom, bathroom, basement, everywhere you're going. But do not go outside. Do not go on your porch.
I live here alone with my son, so I gotta lock my gate.
I don't know what to tell you. Tell your probation officer, because I cannot permit you to go outside. This is house arrest. Your PO can tell you to go outside. I can't.
I want him to continue riding. That's something that I want him to do because that's what he loves to do. Continue riding, He's going to be in house arrest for 6 months, go get a job, and, go on the right path and, leave all that behind. You're 30 years old now. It's time for a change.
Nothing, I was hungry. Now I got a couple niggas, bitches on me. Fuck nigga, I don't wanna be a homie. I had to make a couple bands by my lonely. I had to make a couple bands by my lonely. Had to make a couple bands by my lonely. I had to make a couple bands by my lonely. Fuck nigga, I don't wanna be a homie. I'm all lonely. Make a couple bands.
Graduation will start at 4 o'clock. Not seated in a seat, your parents not in the seat. By 4, guess what? When we start stepping down the aisle, they will have to wait. And they may not get in. So I'm going to tell you once again, on-time performance.
Yo, man, vámonos. What the fuck, man? Yo! Why you take so long? The farthest I made it to the 11th grade, cause my teacher that I had, it was a teacher that she couldn't stand me.
Everything begins on time. We're not doing the late, the CP time, the Puerto Rican time, Vietnamese time. We're on time.
She was happy that I was her student. So soon I started talking to my friend. You know how me and my friends be playing around, talking. That's when she did what she wanted to been doing. She just got kicked out of school.
Yo, ven acá. ¿Qué estás doing?
Chilling, man.
¿Y la motora?
Allá in the house.
Yo voy a correr hoy y tráemela.
So it feels like a jungle out here. That's how it really is. There's a lot of death, a lot of kidnapping, robbing, a lot of drug areas. So I call it the jungle. That's what I call it. Ride dirt bikes, we not killing nobody. They be trying to take that away from us. The people out here in the neighborhood be going against the city because the way they be, the city be treating other people. The city don't care about us. They only care about money. They don't. You know what I'm saying? That's why they like messing with us because we get locked up, then we get bailed. That's all they care about. They care about money. They really don't care about us.
My name is Tasha. My relation to Kyrell is I'm the mother of his child. Today is Kylan's birthday, and we're having a party at our house.
Size car wear, bro? Top, bottom, and footwear. Shoes, I think it's 7 or 8. Just get an 8, bro. I got every fucking pair of Jordans.
When I found out I was pregnant, I told him that I might be getting an abortion. He cried because he wanted the baby so bad. I don't even know why, but he wanted the baby so bad. And I just decided to keep it. Kyrell plays a good role as a father because he never had a father figure, and neither one of us did. And we talked about that. My dad passed away when I was only 6 months, and Kyrell's dad passed away when he was only 2. Kyrell made dramatic changes. He's really stepped up. I probably was the only person that he actually told he wanted to have my baby. Like, we wanted to have a child together. I feel special with that. We talked about how Kyla needed a dad because neither one of us didn't have one. And how our child needs a father figure to what? Needs somebody to guide him the right way.
Here. Come on.
Which glass you in? Barbecue and fried? It was really good. He's not ready to settle down. I think the only person he'll settle down with is his bike. But A relationship with a female? No.
Hey, yo, he is hype, dog. Stand up. Drop the head on niggas and everything. Look, he great. He got gas. Go ahead, Kyle. Right here. Look.
We gon' put some shots on her. I send a left out, send a drop on her. She gon' call me up and I'ma sip the hot on her. Grammy Savage, that's what we are. Grammy shooters dressed in G-Star. GS9, I go so hard. With GS for my gun squad.
Yeah, I need your help. Give me that right there, over there, that one. That. Yeah, give me that one. Come on, put it right there. Me being on house arrest, like, it's good in a way for me because, like, now I got, like, a little leash on me and I'm thinking about my next step. If I wouldn't have had this, you know, I don't know what I've been doing. It's hard out there. So I don't know if I'd have still been out there in the corner hustling or I'd have been on the bike shit. Like, I don't know, you know, what it would have did.
At one point, I mean, you and Poopa was the hottest in the city, and all of a sudden, went from Rell, everybody keep forgetting about y'all. When Poopa get off a house arrest, y'all gotta turn up. Like, y'all niggas slacking. Like, you told you got the baby, you gotta think about the plan A and the plan B.
One thing is one thing that you got it and nothing to be hating on, bro.
Listen, God gave you a talent. That was when you ride dirt bikes. You gotta do something with it.
Listen,
you're not doing nothing with it.
The next event they do, I'm gonna try to get in that zone.
That's one thing about Jay, like, once he's focused on one thing, he'll get it. Like, he does it. Like, he just started riding these bikes in the street and he turned up fast. So I'm pretty sure he go on the dirt and give it his all, he's gonna turn up right along with me. And he just caught up right now in these streets. And then, you know, he got his baby mom, you know, all on the top of his head. Like, it's his first kid. So he don't know how to really deal with that. He don't, you know, he's still a baby himself. What else is there to do? You're trying to do right, you're trying to work right, but nobody wanna give you a chance. You don't wanna be broke. You got kids and you got stuff you gotta take care of, so if that's not working, what's the next thing for you to do? Go to the streets. It's either that or you go rob motherfuckers and go that way. But that only leads to death. Like, that shit comes back to you. You might go ahead and rob the wrong nigga. Next day, you know, you gone. You on the news.
Two people are dead this morning after a robbery that went wrong last night in West Philadelphia. Police say two suspects tried to rob two men as they walked home on the 5400 block of Media Street. One of the victims pulled out a gun, opened fire, and shot those two robbers.
Me having a bike, that don't mean that I'm bike life. I could have this bike and never ride it. That don't make me bike life.
You hear them toot, 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 and you hear that chopper hovering around you, that's real bike life.
Y'all rather chase us around the streets and get y'all helicopter out and waste all that gas? I know that helicopter gas costs a lot of money. So y'all wasting all that money. Well, no, y'all could just build us a park.
We was riding up Cobb's Creek, and a cop had actually made a U-turn on us, but she turned the opposite way. So we kept going, but it was a van coming towards us with no lights on. So I stopped, but she never seen me. It was a head-on collision. Like, she cleaned me. I went through the windshield, ripped half of the roof off the van and everything.
And so I was struck by this issue initially because I saw that too many young people were being injured by the ATV experience. And my initial interest was focused purely on public safety.
The argument is, go and purchase these bikes and then they're taken. But the state of Pennsylvania, that person, if they have a driver's license, when they did their driver's license test, if they looked in their book, it says that ATVs are not allowed on the streets. The person selling them that ATV knows that. They know before they even walk out their door that they're selling an item that's not legally allowed to ride on the city. But they're never going to say that, even though they know what the purpose is.
I'd rather for a young boy to get on a dirt bike than pull a burnout and point it at it, or somebody go rape somebody. They worry about the wrong shit. This ain't the shit that we worried about. Worry about nobody got no fucking jobs. Worry about how poor we is. When y'all gonna help us with that?
And so we introduced a bill that would, in many ways, stiffen the fines for those who wanted to ride on sidewalks, race on sidewalks, or any area where people populate versus an ATV park.
These young people are dying from being on these ATVs. I've been at this job a long time, man. There's not a day that we don't get up and shake our heads when we lose a 2-year-old who gets run over by a car and another child gets run over and parents are, not a day that doesn't sit there and we sit there and sit on our laws and say we're okay with that.
We're out there to deter the dirt bikers from riding their bikes on the street. Not saying it doesn't happen, because there was instances where we caught guys with guns and drugs and everything on them, but our main purpose is out there to deter you guys from riding the bikes.
A lot of these young people look up to these men and women that they see out there, and they want that. I want to do what they're doing. And so how do they think they go about doing that? Stealing the boot wheels so they can get it? Jacking people and robbing people so they can get the money to do it? Maybe selling drugs so they can go out there and buy, the ATVs online somewhere.
Yeah, that's how that shit be coming. They don't be out in the field. There don't be no time to be counting that shit. Most of the time, I might ask them, "What's that?" After a while, you can feel when that shit be short. Motherfucker tell you it's $10 to be all one. You can feel when it be short. But I don't be counting this shit anyway. I just keep it moving. It's all a profit.
A kid who shows up with a $2,000 bike, and that's where he gets them from. It's the same kid I asked you that probably 4 years prior to where did he come up with the $200 sneakers on, or where does he get that $600 Glock gun that he used to shoot someone with? I do believe that education and growing up in a strong family structure are key components for your success. I am a byproduct of a mother who raised 4 boys. Though my father wasn't with us, my mother made education one of the paramount issues that we would have to do. And so with education, those are the things that set the template for guaranteeing you, or at least putting you down that road. So I question those who complain about life's trials and tribulations when they fail to finish school.
I'm trying to make it like citywide, statewide. What I do is I brought it to the floor in City Hall. Okay, I was the first person ever to testify in City Council and be a city employee, because my councilman, Councilman Jones, gave me the opportunity to voice my opinion on how I felt, because I ride bikes and he told me I couldn't ride my bike.
I can't have an employee of the city of Philadelphia popping wheelies on a not legal dirt bike. So we came to an understanding on that.
At that time, I got kind of agitated, and he was like, well, if you want to ride your bike, you need to ride in a place. I said, we have no place to ride. So I brought it to the floor in reference to pushing for a recreational ATV park.
How about designate a section or some land in the city, charge a fee for it? All right, y'all got security, police, y'all can police it. All right, and that's the way that y'all can generate some other incomes.
Right, $400 million in jails y'all building, taking the school for my youth. We need a park. We ain't bothering nobody, committing no crimes, no stolen bikes. We riding, minding our business, having fun.
And so what we said was, if you're taking this away from them, government, what are you willing to put back? And one of the proposals that I had and other legislators had is let's create a dirt bike park.
have kids that are great riders, and they deserve an opportunity to be seen. They deserve an opportunity to know that they can make a living from riding a motorcycle. Like some people think, you know, the way our kids think is like, if I don't play basketball, or if I'm not a rapper or a singer, they'll never make it out of the hood.
To do wheelies like they do, it's extremely difficult to do. It's not easy. It's just talented. So all you have to do is convert that talent into real motocross, and you got yourself some good kids that you can ride.
I think our children in this city are some of the best riders that you ever seen. So I invite the city to help us develop a recreational track for them to be exposed, to see how it is, to see how these kids can excel.
So if I had to wager a bet, when I think about what it takes to secure land formally through that process, I could see something conceivably in 5 to 10 years.
In these back blocks, these little streets, these dark alleys, there are children with dreams. There are children with ambition and goals, but they have no vision and no sight on how to achieve it because they have no outlets.
I mean, so imagine if we could get, let's fast forward like 10 years, an ATV park, and you begin to have clubs. That would be so exciting for folks who get the thrill on an ATV, you know?
Everybody not always gonna do what they supposed to do, you know. And addiction is addiction, and trapping is trapping.
We link up, we go to the block, we sell drugs all day. We sell drugs all day. If you ain't selling drugs, you're just in the way. If you ain't got a job and you ain't selling drugs, you're in the way. What the fuck is you doing? We sell drugs all day. We sell drugs, eat food, ride dirt bikes, and fuck bitches. That's the shit. Listen, we sell all that other shit. We sell drugs, ride dirt bikes, fuck bitches,
And the turtle
get money.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Getting fucking money. You mean?
I wasn't able at the time to console him as a parent to her child, you know, because when you're getting high, you're selfish. And that's where I would say I just was selfish. I was moving around, I was selfish, and I couldn't console him as a parent should have.
Hello? Yeah, I'm gonna call you right back. Okay. Another trip. Hello? Hold on, man. Shit, boom. Hello?
That lifestyle have you so twisted in your own head because if he would have known anybody that ever sold me anything, you better believe he would have been on her. You know, but yet you're doing the same thing to other people's people. It's no answer for that. You know, it's just not an answer for that. It's just not the right thing to do.
Call me what you want, but you can't call me broke. Money! Pull up with that chopper and a telescope. Got 50 chickens in with me running around my city. Young rich nigga trapping up bills.
So like once he starts seeing that he ain't have to do crafty shit, he could just hustle to get what he wanted. That nigga, I'm talking about, like I be coming from a girl crib 3 in the morning, see his car on the block, but this nigga ain't in there calling, where you at? I'm right here on the block. Like he'd literally sleep in his car on the block all night, trapping.
I told him, I said, this is not what I want you to do. I said, but I understand why you're doing it. That don't make it right. But as a man, you have to provide. You got to do what you got to do. And I say, I love you, son, and watch your body. Because that's all I can tell him. I don't know who's who, and neither do he.
Man, round, Monty. Welcome home, Monty.
I'm back though, I'm saying I just need a body. I'm saying back on here, my boys. New money bring new problems. Hating ass niggas, you gotta cut them off.
Hustling ain't for everybody. It's more shit that come with it than just sitting on the block selling drugs. You gotta actually be a part of that shit. Like, you could get robbed, you could get shot, or you might gotta do that shit in return. I mean, that shit just ain't for everybody. That jail shit ain't for everybody. It's all a part of the game, though.
Get up, y'all move. Joey's like, I'm hungry. I'm like, what the fuck? I woke up mad. But I had a
That turtle top is more than a vehicle. That shit is a home. Like, it's times we slept in that shit. Like, really parked up and slept in that shit. But, you know, it's just what it is. We grind out of it. You know, fuck bitches in it. It's just what it is. Man, that's Hot Boys. It's not just words, it's a lifestyle. You know, like we really live by that shit. You know, we got the bikes, you know, we got the drugs out here for y'all. Like, you might see us bend y'all block, tinted up. You know, bitches running to the wheel. You got your groupie niggas running to the wheel.
Dropped a little bit. Damn, I done dropped the whole pack.
There's nothing much to do in Philly. That's gonna top it off. You know what I mean? You either fucking bitches, grinding, you know, just all basic shit.
As an ex-addict, you know, I know the damage that it costs. And do it make me feel good that my son is participating in it? No, it don't. You know, but he's grown. He had to make his choices. He had to make his mistakes. You know, just as well as I did. And I still pray for him.
We don't know nobody driving no Benzes, no Jags off of going to school. The niggas we see in the hot shit, they out here trapping, so that's what we feel like we need to do.
Man.
Right now, he's basically staying home with his son, Pop, watching movies. Papa loves to cook. He cooks for his son. It's not too much he could do. He likes to read, so he read books and try to stay focused and hopefully trying to think about positive things that he want to do when he gets off probation.
About to go see my PO or whatever. Booked me for a little bit, but you know, I'm back out. I don't really get into too much trouble, but you know, I'm gonna go over there and see what she said. I'm gonna try to get back into the dirt, let her know, you know, I'm on the right track. I ain't out here fucking around. That's probably my PO right there, matter of fact. Hello?
He was so excited to go riding with the Crossroads. He came back and he started, you know, saying how much, you know, fun he had. And then again, you know, when it was time for him to go back in the house, he wished he could stay out a little longer and ride.
3 more months, I'll drop her up and pitch back. Pick it up! Fuck you standing at it for? Pick it up! You're doing too much. Chill out.
He has a daughter as well, which she goes over, not as much, but spends time with his daughter as well. He has no choice but to stay in the house.
Don't be scared. Go. Go. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Look at me. All right, don't cry. Don't cry.
Him being in the house and not being out there, it will give him the time to think about all the negativity, you know, that's gone about his life and all the bad things that happened, and thinking about what he, you know, going to do when he gets out of probation.
Hold on, no. Right there. I got you. I got you, I said. Let the hand go. I got you. Daddy got you, all right? I got you, I promise. Put your hand on. I got you, all right? Come on, man. That's it. You gotta stop being scared, all right? No more. Come here. That's it. Stop being scared. That's it. You hear me?
Good morning.
I believe he got locked up, I think he was 15 or 14 he got locked up. So my first time going to go see him when he was incarcerated, I was 16. Then he came home 4 years ago. We got back together. We had a son a year after he came home. And it's good. Like I got like a relationship. We have fun, especially when we ride bikes together. That's my favorite part.
Stop crying. Just go ahead, get up there. Pull.
His situation that he had to go to jail to do his 10 years was he had a murder case and it was an accident. There was someone that we all know right around the corner from here on 22nd Street, people we grew up with, and he got in an altercation and the bullet just traveled down the street and hit an innocent bystander. That was the biggest story in a long, biggest story I knew since because I was young. And it was just like, wow, like he's young and what happened? But then when people tell the story, how it went down, and from him explaining to me, it really was an accident. It wasn't intentionally, like he regretted, he wish he can take that time back.
Oh. Yeah.
I believe the time he did do, he had enough time to think and what he did and he was wrong. I think he learned his lesson. I really believe that he did. And he tried to come home and really change his ways.
Gotta keep the block clean. When I say the block, I mean the block. Like, I don't hang out here, I don't hustle out here, I own this building, it's my house. So I gotta keep my stuff clean, keep my house clean, keep my property value up. No drug dealers hang on my corner, none of that. Can't have my son around that stuff.
I think it's very hard to get a job when you're a felon because they don't make it easy when you come out here. They say you can get a job, you can go to work for the city and everything. But me personally, after seeing Prince called the cities everywhere to try to get a job, it was hard for him because his background. They changed their lives. They did their time. You shouldn't hold them accountable for it. So it shouldn't be hard to get a job. It shouldn't be that hard. And I think it's sad. It's really sad because you make them give up and their hopes drop and they just go back to what they know. And I think it's really wrong. Hey, Juju! Our routine with Prince is he'll take me 5 o'clock in the morning to work, then go home, sleep till like 8:30, 9 o'clock, and take him to school. He loved his father and he'll jump on his dad's neck and Dad, dirt bike. And he wanna ride and he know how to do all this and he just know how to say daddy bike and Dad, the bike's coming. They have a very, very good relationship.
Me. Get busy, do it. Me.
He can scoot it now, he crazy, look.
Oh. Brush it off, dude. Brush it off.
All right, dude.
Make it brush it
Bye-bye.
off.
Yes, I believe the system is just the system. Like, once you get in trouble, that's it. There's no fixing your life. There's no good jobs, and it's impossible. It's really impossible. Like, once you mess up, they waiting for you. They got you like on a clock or something. Like, oh, he's gonna mess up soon. He'll be back in like 2 years, a year, probably 6 months, 3 months. They know you coming back. because they know you can't go home and get a job and live that straight life. It's really it's crazy. Like, there's no hope for people with felons at all. Like, it's really sad.
I see dudes, I'm just like, yeah, I gotta be better than him. I gotta be. You mean a lot of dudes, Rell, you can't ride in the dirt, or you can't jump a ramp, and y'all can't do this, y'all can't do that. But we can. We just ain't have an opportunity. I shitted on you out Baltimore, bro. You can't hang with me, man.
We talking about dirt right now.
Listen, no, we talking about streets. We talking about our fucking city, like.
We going right now.
You just be quiet. No, you just stay in your lane. You just stay in your lane.
If I don't have to run from a cop, I won't. If I don't have to do that stuff, I won't. Given the right opportunities, I'll do different. You know, they say, like, if you knew better, you'll do better. I was raised in the city, in the inner city and all that, so it wasn't no hills and jumps and all that stuff. So what my dad do, he took me on a Pee Wee 50 and sent me up the street.
What's up? We both can lift it up. So we both can lift it. I'm not even going to help you lift that shit up. That shit hurt my titties. Come on, yo. Somebody over three got help. Like, come on, Mike. Bonnie Braxton, what the fuck are you doing? Like, go the fuck here. Like, go the fuck the Bible study. Bible study, though. 1, 2, 3. I'm straight. I want you to try. All right, come on.
Why you ain't fucking tried? You gonna fuck somebody back up, right?
1, 2, 3. Move the car back closer. Oh, shit.
So Joey contacted my dad, told him that he selected a group of riders, and if it was okay for them to come down to the shop and, you know, we get to know them, introduce them, and kind of give them, like, point them in the right direction on where to go.
There was so many people asking me to kind of get them to the park or get them to a place where they could ride. But I noticed these 4 guys was like the closest to me, and they was the best around. And I had to be very particular who I brung around my family at Crossroads. You know, I didn't want to just bring anybody. I had to bring people that was trustworthy, you know, people that they allow into their store. This is like their home. So, you know, it had to be a good hand-picked selection. It was like my draft.
My dad had a good idea to call one of our sponsored riders, Greg Parmont, a.k.a. Frenchie, to call and see if we could bring him over to his track because he has a private facility that he uses to practice at. And we made the phone call, and we were able to bring him over.
I mean, riding the street is limited. You can have a lot of fun, you can do a lot of things, but you're not going to jump, you're not going to slide, you're not going to be using the motocross bike, this thing, the race bikes, to its full potential.
When we got to Frenchie's place, we had to do maintenance all over the bikes because the bikes weren't ready for the dirt. They were street bikes, basically. We actually donated some clothing and helmets and boots and stuff because they never had nothing like that before ever.
You know, that just came out straight out the halfway.
Like I got booked in '96.
Well, I mean, I had a little situation that, you know, that I had to take care of. I went and I sat down for a year. I did a year in jail. And I'm on parole now. I have a real asshole PO, and she can't wait to catch me doing anything because she want to send me back. And Prince has one that's the same way, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Because I got 5 years back time. You know what I mean? So if my bike break in the chase and I get caught, they taking that time back. They want that back. I'm going up top. Niggas got numbers that on their head. So we just trying to make a career out of it so that it's legal.
Every time there's people coming to my track, if it's one person or 20 riders during the camp, I tell people I have a 10% injury rate. So if I have 10 people, there's one guy that's gonna end up in hospital. It never fails. So I'm asking you guys, who wants to have a broken femur or a broken arm, and then you fuck, you can't ride, you can't progress, and there's nothing fun about it.
My life had changed big time coming from being a juvenile delinquent and placements and all that, and just illegal street riding, middle finger to the cops and all that. I mean, if I can get paid for it, that'll be love. I mean, my family will be proud of me. I mean, that's the street riding thing. That's just a start. You mean that's the start to make it to this point.
You're not gonna learn like this, because you're gonna clip. Like a lot of you guys were walking on turn, you were doing the double. You would clear, you cleared it a couple times, you cleared it, but your front end cleared it, the rear was hanging down, so it clips you, and that's why you couldn't make the turn.
These kids, their minds were like sponges. They absorbed everything that man said for 5 hours.
Standing and braking, don't shifting, running the throttle. All right, do that practice, and we'll see you on the gate.
They just had so much natural talent. Frenchie said that anything that he did or tried to challenge them to, they were able to do it, and they were able to do it at that point. It wasn't, trial and error. Just right off the bat, they were able to do it. It just goes to show how much control and how much skill and everything that's already set in place. They just needed to be shown the right way to use it.
And I know they can ride, and I know they could ride motocross, but like I said, it's a process. That's what I explained to you guys. So you got to be patient. You're not gonna jump on a motocross bike and rip it on the track. It just doesn't happen that way. Not because you don't have the skill to, just because you don't have the amount of experience. Doesn't matter how much you ride on the street.
Lay back down and relax.
I mean, and I told them, look, you're going to fall. Everybody falls. To succeed, you have to take chances. And, he tried a little too hard the first time out, which it's no big deal. And I told him that. I said, that's all right. We'll go out and do it again.
All that shit's a part of this game, man. I ain't start riding good as I ride without falling. I just ain't falling a long ass time. Oh shit.
If the city will put together a track, if there were a place to ride, I guarantee you there will be kid that could do, express himself through riding motorcycle in a safer environment. Where we'll actually get to use those bikes the way they're intended to.
Oh shit. I didn't even know he was that. Oh, sorry, I'm bumping into the bushes. Listen, y'all said one.
Mike brought more laps.
Yeah, and I did it. And then I came back and y'all said one again.
Everybody else called it.
There wasn't one that did not impress me. These kids picked it up, and they ran with it. I mean, just think if they did this every day, what they could accomplish, and it could be phenomenal.
When I fell, the fucking handlebar hit me in my stomach, knocked the motherfucking wind open.
They're just normal kids. A lot of people will speculate because of the environment that they come from. Just because they come from that environment and you see negativity doesn't mean that everybody is negative.
Yeah. I used to flip off the gates in the recreation center in the 5 feet.
This goes to the first place. The best rider that flew it up in Philly.
Team Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic.
See this? We come for the champions, young boy.
Hey! Job well done.
Thank you. All did well.
Yes, every single one of you.
Your well wasn't as good as my well. That's what the problem was.
I like the dirt. It's fun. It's something new. I like challenges. So.
We're leaving with more than what we came with.
Definitely.
I don't have a crystal ball. I just got a lot of love for them. And I have a lot of respect for them. And I admire them And I believe in them. But it's what they want for themselves that would set their destiny up. All I did was just open the door. I can't push you through the door. You know, I wanted them to be able to taste it. And if you like it, you'll continue to eat it. If not, you're gonna spit it out.
People of privilege make plans. They think school, and then they think college, they think professional school, and they think job, and things like that. When you come from the inner city and you go to bed at night and you hear gunshots and you know that somebody, something happened that day where, a dear friend of yours was in the hospital or something tragic occurred, that somehow, some way, that's like the natural rhythm of things to people in the inner city, to kids like Rell. And somehow, some way, that motivates him. It motivates people to know that, you know what, I do live in that area. And I don't want you to think because I'm from that place that I'm not worthy of being respected. And I don't want you to think that what I dream is any different than what you dream. Our dreams aren't any different. Our hopes aren't any different. I mean, it comes from a different context. And I think that kids that grow up in the inner city, they're hungrier than people that grow up in privilege. You want to know why? Because there is that uncertainty that tomorrow they may not be here. It's easy for us of privilege just to say what other people should do, how they should act. Walk a mile in their shoes. Tell him that he is a very large target for a lot of people, whether that's the police, whether that's the bail, whether or not that's people that are in competition with him, whether or not that's people in the neighborhood that are jealous of him, which is unfortunate because, Rell is the type of person that does this, certainly for some notoriety, and certainly as a young guy, and he does have an ego. But he does it simply for the thrill and the love of the way it makes him feel. We have these cases that are coming up, and we're going to be in front of a judge soon. And his bail is dependent upon him not getting in trouble. If I asked Rell not to ride his motorcycle, that would be like me asking you not to breathe.
We are sick and tired of the gun violence, am I right? I'm glad we're in Love Park, because that's what we need. We need more love in the city, am I right? Are you mad that a 3-year-old was shot while she was getting her hair braided? Yes! I know I am. I have 3 daughters. My number one concern every day is, are they going to come home? So we need to be mad that a 3-year-old was murdered. And that gets people excited. But we need to be mad when Pookie kills Man. We need to be mad for every murder in this city, because every murder is too many murders.
I mean, I guess that's what we caught up in the street life. I mean, we don't gotta report to nobody. I mean, I'm my own boss. I don't work for nobody, none of that. So I can wake up every day at 7 o'clock and go to the block and make money. When we sit on the block 30 deep with a 500 pack of cocaine on us, I mean, that's hot boy shit. I'm 100% street, you mean? I ain't got no job. I came up in the streets. Like, when I learned how to ride, it was in the streets. Like, it wasn't in a park, in the field with my dad and none of that. It was in the streets with my boys, you mean? Learning the back break and all that. At the end of the day, I look at it like a regular day, you mean? I'm gonna ride how I ride.
We got riders coming in from Philadelphia, going to be raising it up, taking motorcycles and not just riding a wheelie, like a standard wheelie. These riders take the motorcycle, look at the clock, they raise it up about 12 o'clock. And that is takes a lot of skill. What's really cool about it, these wheelie boys, they're born and raised in inner cities where they don't have the opportunity to ride on dirt. So they ride a totally different way compared to dirt riding.
Michigan, that's a big step, I mean, for a street rider. I mean, it's a Baja Brawl, thousands of people out there, motocross races, buggy races, sponsors, whatever you can think of that got to do with dirt bikes is gonna be up there. I mean, and we get the opportunity to put on a show out there. Going to Michigan, I expect to get like some sponsors or some good looks for future shows, and I mean just some more support. I mean, I ain't really looking for no money and none of that to go out there, because I mean, if we could go out there and do this shit for free.
Two wheels, one engine. It's real rap. This is real life. It's not a movie. It's not a video. Real people do real things.
We want to expose them to different things because you don't know which one's going to stick. So you expose them to as much as you can, and then you see where it goes from there. Then you get to really see their raw talents and where their heart is, really.
I gotta give a big thanks to Marielle and Crossroads Hospital. Marielle be on her job for us. We met Frenchie because of Marielle. We got Clutch Control in Philly, our first show in Philly, because of Marielle. We always gotta pay respect to her and love her because she tried to help us. She was the only one who tried to help us out of here.
Hot Boys in one way. Their stunt show is about right, check it out. Philly's own. Philly's own. Hot Boys, one way. Let's go.
This boot right here, when I landed on the dirt, and when I landed in the dirt, I'm back over here. Like there was nothing. Same shit every day. Frenchie and Crossroad, Mr. Officer, they was keep on calling me to go back to the track, but I wasn't picking up because I was too busy with my girlfriend worrying about her pregnancy. She was going on with her. Second place winner out of the first time I ride and race in the dirt. I want me a boot and some clothing and a couple of dirt bike gears that I needed for when I go to the tracks. I rode for the track, but I think it was a tease. But look, I'm back at the same spot that I was and not doing nothing. I got all this clothing, all this stuff for what? I wish I could keep going while my baby is on the way. But I can't. Because things is getting different.
All you know how to do is put your hands on me, bitch. All you know how to do is beat on bitches. That's all you got cases of, domestic violence, you bitch ass nigga.
I want you to get to the brother. You got confidence on everything.
Yeah, I do got confidence, cause you was a bitch.
I already had this plan, but it's not going the way I thought it was supposed to go. Well, now that it's summertime, I'm gonna get my situation together now, and I'm gonna still be who I am till the day to right now, cause I'm gonna be in the street with it until the winter time comes. Then I'm gonna get myself together with the dirt.
This shit gonna spin right off. As soon as I start riding, the shit, it's just gonna spin off. And I didn't shut the engine down, so the fucking bike ate the fucking screw up. You can tell I'm mad because I keep cursing, and I'm really mad. Here it is, almost 1 o'clock. We riding out 1:30, and I don't have a bike. Bruh, why the fuck I ain't got no bike?
What's wrong with your bike?
Man, them motherfucking dickheads, when the shit spun off, it stripped the fucking the thing in the engine where the screw go on at.
Who the fuck got a welder? That's close to you.
Ain't nobody open.
Call Mike and see if Mike can get the shop open. They gotta have a welder in here, right?
Yeah, they got a welder inside there. I don't know. They got something. All right.
In Philly, like honestly, the only two dudes that can call a ride out is me and Prince. And you mean I feel as though right now, the way Hot Boy is set up is my shit stronger right now. You mean so I probably got the strongest word in the bike life community in Philly right now. I can call motherfuckers from different cities and all types of shit, and it'll be over 100 bikes out here. You mean I can have the whole Philly outside today. You mean I can have everybody outside on bikes today.
Whether you want to call it bike life or whether you want to give it a term. Anyone that wants to take an ATV, an all-terrain vehicle, that the state says it should not even be on the street, and ride up and down these neighborhoods, endangering the community, endangering themselves, is not acceptable. People want to give it a term, and hey, that may sound sexy, but the reality, at the end of the day, it's illegal. Our charge as the police department is to provide a safe environment for the men and women who live in our community.
When you see the terrain being destroyed by those bikes, it's like something that's been pierced into your chest, like into your heart, because that's one of the main reasons we moved here, my wife and I, because of the community and the neighbors and the park.
The streets is too dangerous for them like that, when you think about it. And I see you think about when they confiscating the bikes, instead of doing all that, just get them a track. Because, my issue with them is they don't respect the older people or the working class.
Yeah, I got the same shit on from earlier. I be down there. I'm gonna come like 12. We gonna walk in that shit. You already know when we get in there, man. Shit gonna be wham. After midnight, 53rd and Market. It's like a bar on every strip in the city, man. So, that's where we having our thing at, and that shit definitely gonna be live, off the name Hot Boys. We celebrating Rell birthday, we celebrating Meatball birthday, and my birthday. All in October, we all Libra boys, you understand what I'm saying? And I guess that's where we click in at. When you see people in clubs, they usually standing around against walls, mean mugging people and all that. But we bring a different crowd out. Hot Boys bring a different crowd out. But despite all the bullshit that Rell been through, the judge trying to sit him down and all that, man, all we trying to do is make a move, make a movement, and make progress for the family, make sure the family's straight and us. You understand what I'm saying? Rell killing the shows. With his energy, we're gonna take flight, man. We're gonna take flight. As long as he keep up the good work, man, and stay positive, we're gonna take flight.
Brand new at 4 today, one man is dead after he was shot while sitting in his car in southwest Philadelphia. Police say they found the man in his 20s shot in the neck, head, and chest. They rushed him to the hospital of the University of Pennsylvania, where he died a short time later. Police have not yet told us his name, and they also haven't said who killed him or why.
We're supposed to be making a video. Me, Rell. So we waiting. Me and we waiting for Rell. He ain't coming. So phones start ringing. Everybody's phone start ringing. Girl called me, said, they saying Rell around the corner dead. He on 60th Street dead. I'm like, what? So me and long story short, we rush around there. I see the car, the cop taping it off. Me being from down in South Philly, I know what that means. They ain't doing all that about no shooting. They was doing too much. They was prepping the scene too much. I said, this boy dead, man. Boy dead.
At Rell Memorial, I saw so many different people, and I'm sure I can 100% say that it was people that don't like each other, guys and females, but everybody put that aside for him. You know what I'm saying? Everybody came together, and they said, forget about all the beef. Rell was all of our friends. You know what I'm saying? We all gonna be here for him and be here for his family in this time, because he was a good guy. Regardless of how people may have tried to paint an image of him, it's a big difference between Dirtbikerell and Kyrell.
We out here tonight for one reason and one reason only, and that's to pay tribute and pay homage to, I think, and I don't know if y'all agree, but I know the #1 dirt bike rider in Philadelphia. I'm gonna tell y'all how serious and deep it is. You had people from California, you had people from Georgia, you had people from Texas, New York, Chicago, Detroit, London, Paris, Trinidad, all over to pay tribute to Bike Rell. You can't bury somebody with just saying I pray for you, as much as praying is good. You can't bury somebody with just bringing food to the house. She's facing a dilemma right now, and she needs to get her son in the grave.
That shit fucked up. That young boy gonna never see his dad again, man. I ain't doing that again. I'm not doing it to my son, man. Real shit. Fucking real. He loved his fucking son. And every time I think about it, like, dang, this dude, he fucking left us, man. On some real shit, and I'm crying on the fucking camera because that shit real. This nigga left us, man. He left that little boy. Shit crazy, man. That's all I ever think about is I'm not doing that to my son. Not leaving my son here like that. Who gonna teach him how to fight? I don't let nobody touch or bother my son. So if I check out, if I leave my son, who gonna teach my son how to ride a bike? You see what I'm saying? Who gonna teach, how the hell I'm gonna teach Rell's son how to ride like him? I can't make another dirt bike Rell.
I ain't gonna say I ain't got no goals or no plans with my life or 2 years from now, but as of right now, I gotta take it day by day. You know what I mean? I think forward, but I'm not really like setting my mind to nothing 5 years from now. You know what I mean? Of course, I wanna be getting a whole bunch of money for riding bikes and doing shows and selling merchandise and all that. But you mean like life don't really, people say, yeah, plan this, but life really don't work like that. You mean anything can happen. Thinking that far ahead that can be like a bad thing, like with this life right here. You mean, but then again, you gotta think before you react and before you do everything. Cause you mean, I got a son. Like, you mean, my dad died when I was 2. He just turned 2. My son 2 now. You mean, I'm trying to see my son grow up. You mean, watch him grow up, get 18, finish school and all that. Me and my mom is best friends. Like, I mean, we've been through everything. I'm talking about everything. We done fought. I'm talking about everything you can think of. Me and my mom done been through. She done been through everything. She done been in jail and guns, all types of shit. You mean, but at the end of the day, like I look at it like, if it wasn't for me, my mom could have still been in that predicament. Like, I love my mom so much, and like, it's just like, that shit made everybody around. You mean, my sister, everybody, that shit made everybody stronger, you mean? And it was just like a lesson learned in life, you mean? And hopefully we never gotta go back to that. It's just like a cycle, you mean? And they getting younger and younger. I mean, little kids 12 and 10 and 8 bullying now. You mean, you see a motherfucker 10 years old in the pack with you. Man, so it's a cycle, for real, for real.
Solomon declared in the book of Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter, that it is a time to be born and a time to die. He declared it's a time to lose and a time to gain, a time for war and a time for peace, time to weep and a time to laugh. We're gathered here one more time at an inopportune time, a time that we're here to bury and to eulogize another young black man who is going way before his time. The streets have claimed another one of our own. We should not be burying our young men at the rapid rate that we are. Mothers should not have to weep over their 20 and 21-year-old sons. Daughters and sons should not grow up without a father. As young black men in America, it seems that no one believes that our lives matter. Seems that no one believes that it's important for us to live and meet our destiny. But I want to declare today, here and now, that the life of young black men do matter. And that we as a community to strengthen and encourage our young men. We must ensure that that we have more young men in college than we have in prison. We must ensure that we have more young men getting up, going to work, than that are getting up selling drugs. We must take the responsibility ourselves to ensure that our young men matter. We must continue to pray for them. We must continue to encourage them. We must continue to educate them. We must continue to lift them up. We must continue to be their shoulders to lean on so that they can live full and prosperous lives. We must do this with the help of God. Continue to pray, and may God bless and strengthen each and every one of you. In Jesus' name, amen.